Hi, everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast, season 3, episode 2. We're starting out hot. They don't waste any time.
I do love that they start on like right about 4th of July, you know?
Amazing.
Good.
I'm obsessed. Okay, so before we get into it, check us out on the A&M Podcast Network. We have this podcast. We have It's About the Pasta, Vanderpump Rules podcast, and we have One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I find a show that only has one season and we talk about it. And we got our first review on it, so it's now our highest rated podcast.
Yay!
Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you what you can get. For $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-shows where Meredith and I talk about literally whatever the hell we want. And then also you get access to any episodes we record early, including this one. So could have had it sooner. You didn't. That's your loss.
Amen.
For $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, you get access to our after show that we're doing tonight, where Meredith and I talk about all of our Bravo news and literally anything else we want to talk about because we're doing these episodes spoiler free. And I feel like I have a lot to talk about.
I have some thoughts about life
I have
seasons
thoughts.
that
Mine's more thoughts.
or not really life seasons, but what I think is going on in modern times.
Oh, I can't wait.
Mhm.
And then for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, when we do go back and watch live, or not go back, when the live seasons air, record those and release them in real time, we will ask for your opinions, questions, concerns, comments, literally anything Bravo related or not, and we will read it on the podcast and talk about it. And then also we will. Oh wait, fuck me, I messed up.
What?
Guys, for $2 a month, I say your name on the podcast. Let me do that really quick. That's okay.
Give it to us.
So thank you to Chris, Danae, Dustin, Emily, Jackie, Casey, Kimberly, Cameron, Tiffany, Tracy, Gina, Jennifer, Kirsten, Kelsey, other Kelsey, Mariah, and Sarah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Kelsey D and Kelsey M.
It's becoming like the Bachelorette and Bachelor crew around here. We got last initials.
We love that. Okay, back to $5 a month. Yeah, so we'll ask for your opinions and we'll pick a patron of the episode. So we have a new $5 patron we have to welcome.
Yes.
And it is Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Emily, welcome to the $5 tier. Welcome in. Welcome to hang out with us. Welcome to give us your opinion.
Welcome to Illyria. Welcome to this podcast.
One of my favorite movies.
I love that movie. It's one I actually bought off like Apple TV or what, like,
oh my god, it's literally
Apple Store.
If you don't know what movie we're talking about, it is either
Why
that
Amanda
you're too young, it's either that you're too young or too old, so you better figure it out.
True, but it's also like why Amanda Bynes quit acting for a while.
It was so good. It might be some of her best work. Personally, it's
incredible.
Okay, so I think that's it, right? Did I miss anything? That's it.
I don't think so.
Great. Okay, let's get into the episode. Okay, so previously on Summer House, we're back. We have 3 new people, Paige, Hannah, and Jordan. But then meanwhile, the old cast, which is Lindsay, Kyle, Amanda, Danielle, and Carl, they all have some tension to work out. Oof. So Lindsay and Danielle are at war with Kyle and Amanda because Lindsay and Danielle unfollowed Amanda on Instagram, and Kyle wrote a 17-page email about how much he hates his old roommate.
God.
Also, Lindsay said that Kyle cheated on Amanda. So there's that. Also, adding on, Carl's a brand new man. It's Carl 2.0. He's better than ever. Him. Danielle wants to hook up with new guy Jordan, and literally this group ruins every single fucking dinner that we're at.
I love how Paige is like, everybody I know loves dinner except for this group.
Also, sorry, I'm opening a juice.
Look at you.
It's not my prebiotic juice. It's just sparkling strawberry juice.
It is a little can.
Yeah, it's not great, but I bought it, so I drink it.
Well, okay. Mix it up, girly.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So after fighting at dinner, we come back. I would just like to say the timestamp says Sunday, 1:07 a.m. I went back 3 times and I confirmed. And this is why this is important. So everyone's pissed. Everyone's back at the house. Everyone goes to bed, except Danielle and Lindsay, who are fucking jamming, and it upsets Kyle. Should have gotten the downstairs. Should have gotten the downstairs room.
You know what? Every time this season, Kyle's annoyed with noise levels, and when he's in bed early, they're gonna show it because he said the first weekend he's a partier. He stays up late.
He's not gonna be mad at loud noise. He's been partying before Danielle was born.
Forever.
Fuck you. Yeah, no, loser. So now the next scene is Saturday. So we went back in time.
Whoa.
At 10:04 a.m. And I literally go, who's the editor that got their days wrong? Because this day is actually Sunday because they all go back to the city. So someone just fucked up.
It's kind of like when in a movie you notice that like somebody put a bag on and then they stand up, and then the next moment you see them grab the bag after they stood up, and you're like, continuity is a thing. I need it.
Remember when Blake Lively wore sweatpants and Gossip Girl and everyone fucking found her? Did you not see that?
No.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, in a scene, she wears them under her dress, and you can see the strings coming out below the dress. It's amazing. Okay, so this is technically Sunday, 10:04. Bravo. Hire us to edit your episodes. We won't miss it.
Or go back and fix it.
Literally. So Hannah and Paige talk about how dramatic yesterday was. Yeah. Jordan is watching Mass on his laptop because, you know, he grew up in Atlanta. He went to church every Sunday. And since moving to New York, he can't find a church that feels like home. So luckily he can stream his family services. And honestly, I didn't know this was a thing before COVID. But amazing.
I might be wrong with this, but I always just assumed it was always a thing for kind of like mega churches.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a mega church, so I don't know.
No, and you know what? Props to you. I definitely am not interested in this. I'm an in-person or I'm not. it's not happening kind of gal.
Yeah, in person or not at all.
I'm an all or nothing gal.
Okay, so we're getting ready to go to the beach, but can we all get along?
Oh God.
So Kyle, personally, he's super upset that Lindsay unfollowed Amanda on Instagram.
I can't with this.
Purposely excluded him and Amanda, but there's no like specific time they excluded. Just like they did.
No, there's no real details. I mean, the Instagram unfollow is obviously very specific, and you can go look that up. But everything else is just very general. Kyle really has a lot to say without saying anything.
Also, sir, if I want to hang out with, if I'm Lindsay and I just want to hang out with Danielle and Carl, we're not excluding you. We just like we're hanging out.
We're vibing right now. And
you can come text us.
Especially knowing the whole cheating thing. I can totally see how this went down.
Yeah, 100%. So Lindsay finds Danielle bed. We got to get ready to go to the beach. The beach is going to make everything better. We're going to have the conversation. Hangover, no hangover. I can't speak English. We're going to have it. So Lindsay says her and Kyle have a lot of love for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And she just wants Kyle to take responsibility for the crazy email that he wrote.
Yeah, that's what's wild. Is Lindsay isn't like, hey, we need to fix the things in the past. Like, it seems like she's over it. Kyle needs to get over it and just be like, hey, I know I sent a crazy email. Well, can we move on?
Yeah, sorry, but like I just had to get my feelings out. I shouldn't have pressed send, maybe.
Yeah.
But whatever. So she walks downstairs to the kitchen where Carl, Amanda, and Kyle are there. And it's super awkward. But Lindsay, I think, handles this really well. She just goes, what can I help with?
Yep.
No one says hi to her, but she's just like, what can I help with? It's fine. We got a cleaning service coming over. So we're just picking things up. And then we're going to go to the beach. And then we're going to go to the city. And we're all fine.
Well, notice how Carl is the one who answers her. Kyle and Amanda will not engage with her.
You hear Amanda in the background go, I don't think anything.
Oh, you're right. She does say that.
Because Carl's the one that's like, hey, Hubs, what's up?
Yeah, Carl addresses her. She asks what she can help with, and Amanda basically says nothing.
I don't think anything. And you can just tell Amanda's bad at confrontation. She doesn't actually like not want to talk about it. She just doesn't know what to do.
I appreciate her willing to say something because Kyle, if it was Kyle's choice, they would just ignore Lindsay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Which is ridiculous because that's what he's pissed at Lindsay for doing to them.
But she also unfollowed them. The Instagram, we're going to talk about this. We will. We head to the beach. Carl talks about his Sunday scaries of making 35,000 more in sales. Is he still doing dental stuff?
No, I think he's in a different
moved
role
on?
now.
Okay, because this seems like a lot, and I'm stressed for him.
This is a lot because
Yeah, right.
we later find out in this episode that the quarter ends on the following Saturday. So he has 1 week to sell $35,000. And the way he's saying it doesn't make me feel confident like he's waiting on a few signatures on contracts. It's like he still
He
needs
has to
to
go
start the
find some
conversation.
stuff.
Yeah.
So Lindsay's based like we're all sitting around talking about our Sunday scaries, and then Lindsay's like, hey, should we have a tough like conversation?
Ooh.
And this made me laugh because Jordan's really like, hey Hannah, what's that game you brought? Should we go play it? And she's like, yeah, let's go. And
then he's like, I just
play?
really need to stretch my legs.
Yeah,
I need to
Paige,
stand up.
you want to come play the game with us? And she's like, yeah, I do. The three of them book it.
I would love to take this route. I'm not as good at getting out of things like this. And I'm nosy. I want to know what's happening.
Same. But then you see literally like the awkward conversation group sit there in silence.
Nobody's ready to truly start the conversation.
Jordan, Hannah, and Paige are just like fucking around with this ball. Like, go get my ball, Jordan.
The juxtaposition between the newbies just effing around, who are already awesome. Really good friends, in this old school crew who no one will even start the conversation. It's just crickets. Awesome. And they're talking about like food or something before diving in.
Yeah, right? Something weird. Okay, so Kyle starts it and he says we need to address some things so we can move on. So he acknowledges his email. Not that it was crazy, but he just acknowledges that it was venting.
That's a lot of venting.
He doesn't understand why him and Amanda need to be excluded from things. Which, sir, if that was what your whole email was about, a sentence in a text message would have sufficed.
Well, Lindsay says, why didn't you just call me if you're so upset? And Kyle says that he wanted to make sure he could get it all out without basically her interrupting. And I was
in the right way. He wanted to say it how he wanted to say it exactly. Like, perfectly.
I can't.
I straight up still think if I got this email, I would have had a live reading. Like everyone learned their
Absolutely. We are gonna popcorn read that shit.
We're gonna perform it. Okay, so Danielle's basically like, okay, because now Lindsay and Kyle are attacking each other, right? Like, you could have called me. Well, you wouldn't have let me talk. Well, blah, blah, blah. And Danielle's like, let's not finger point. Like, it's no one's fault.
The blame game.
But then they're like, but that email was kind of finger pointing at us. So like, fuck you. And Carl's basically just staring at Paige, Hannah, and Jordan. And he's just like wishing he was there. And then Kyle's like, forget my email. You guys unfollowed Amanda and then cropped her out of a photo. And then it cuts to Paige going, are they seriously arguing about this cropped photo?
I cannot.
Hannah and Paige are basically mocking how stupid this is.
Which I was cracking up because if Paige and Hannah can hear the group arguing, can't the group arguing hear them making fun of the cropped image? I'm like, you were gonna add another layer to this whole fight. This will never die. So
funny. And then Amanda comes in and says, maybe the funniest thing, she goes, what did I do that you couldn't even look at my face? Like,
I have thought about that. Like, was unfollowing really that necessary? Because it's not like a big fight happened. I understand when a big fight happens and you don't want to be with this person anymore, so you don't want to see them anymore. But I don't think unfollowing was the right move.
I was cracking up. That was so funny because I've never thought of unfollowing. Like, I just can't see this person's face anymore. I've always been more like, I don't really care what they're doing, so I'm gonna unfollow it.
And I've done it in 2 levels where I've like muted them so I can't see their stuff because like it's just hard and I don't really want to make it a thing. And then there's people where I'm like, fuck you, you suck, I'm done with you. Like,
wow, amazing. As you can tell, everyone, I'm more of the I just don't really care about you. I
also know I'll go look at some people's profiles, and I also, if they're not public, I like having that barrier where I can't see it. I cannot see anything at all. Like, I don't want to know about your life anymore.
Shout out. Love that. If anyone's unfollowed me, please DM me. Let me know. That'd be fun.
I don't mind if people unfollow me. Listen, if you don't want to follow me, that's fine. My Instagram's for me.
But now I want to know what I've done to the fact that they couldn't look at my face anymore. Please let me know. I would love. Don't let Meredith know. She's way nicer than me. I love.
No, you can. I actually go through my thing a lot. I only want people who I'm excited about seeing their shit every day. And if you don't fall into that list, I don't follow
Do
you
you
anymore.
follow, do you look at the people who follow you?
No.
See, I look at who I follow because I
Yeah.
care, but
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who follows me. But
No.
basically,
And I'm public, so like you don't have to be
see,
full on in this journey to see everything.
I'm private, and I feel like there are people from high school that followed me and then probably unfollowed me because I'm sure I would do the same. But I just want to know, like, was it just because you didn't care about me, or did I do something? Was
No,
it
I doubt you did
nice?
anything.
I doubt it
You're
too.
a perfect little angel, Alicia.
No, I'm sure I would fucking know.
No.
It was fine. So, okay, so Lindsay then is like, well, I didn't want to see Amanda's face because Kyle cheated, but she doesn't say it, but she's like, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Jesus. So Lindsay then is like, let's all calm down for a second. She takes a bite of a melon just
Good.
to get her anger down.
Reset.
And Lindsay's like, okay, Kyle, you're my brother. I love you. Let's
Mhm.
just move on. And Kyle's like, yeah, let's just move on. And so we're all fine. We all hug. Kyle loves his friendship with Lindsay more than being right, kind of. So
I
it's
was
like
so
fine.
shocked how easily this was just like, you know what? Let's be friends
You
again.
know what? Those assholes over there are making fun of our cropped photo argument. We'll just fucking pack it up. It's fine. It's like not a big deal.
I'm kind of annoyed. I wanted a little bit more from this argument.
I did too. There was just no resolution.
Yeah.
Like, is Amanda okay with being unfollowed on it? Like, is she fine?
And I kind of wish they would have explained why they unfollowed her and truly said, like, listen, we know everything.
Danielle does go, it was unintentional. And I fucking sobbed. That was
Oh my
so
God.
funny.
Amanda was like, you don't unintentionally unfollow someone.
It was so funny. That's
Don't back
awesome.
down now. If you're going to unfollow someone, you better like
The
own that
minute,
shit.
if anyone ever was like, why'd you unfollow me? I would literally go, it was unintentional and fucking
Okay.
leave it at that.
Okay. To like other random people, like normal people like you and I, we could play it off like that. But your cast member on the show you're on.
I would say it just to
No.
see what they're, because you can't have a good reaction to that. You're going to be dumbfounded by that.
I'd be like, bullshit.
I'd be like, it was unintentional. Prove it wasn't. I actually, okay, side story. One of my friends, we went to high school with this other girl, and she's dating one of our best friends. So, like, it's a mess, but we don't love her.
Yeah, the other girl.
However, like, I've grown to like her.
Mhm.
Like, I think she's fine and she makes my friend very happy. So, like, all about it.
Yep.
My other friend does not like her, and she unfollowed her.
Yeah.
And then we run into her at a party one time, and this bitch crazy comes up and goes, hey, why'd you unfollow me on Instagram? And my friend literally goes, because we're not friends. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I was like, call the police. We gotta go.
My thing is, how do people know this stuff? They probably have those like little tracking apps, and I'm like, you care way too much about this imaginary world.
If you know that I unfollowed you, I have so many questions already.
The only reason I know someone doesn't follow me,
is
and they never did, is like I will only do something like that if something tips me off. Like I know someone who doesn't follow me, but looks at every single one of my shit. And so I was like, that's weird. I didn't think this person followed me ever. And so I looked into it.
Fuck you, bitch. You're caught. Okay, so should we go back to the show? Great.
Yes.
Okay, so we're back to the city. On Monday, Amanda uses her own keys to get into Kyle's apartment. Ooh. He has some salads ready. I want to know what salad place this is because it looked like Dig. But if anyone from New York thought otherwise, let me know. Okay, and then all of a sudden they're like, let's talk apartments. And I was like, are we moving in? Is Kyle okay with it? What's happening?
Like, whoa, I wasn't ready for this because like last season, this was a harsh no, too much. I know we're a year later, but like we got no easing in on this.
I feel like the editors gave us almost too much. Like we need to cut something out so I could get the backstory on this.
Yes.
We need to cut something else out so I could see how we resolved at the beach.
I thought I missed an episode.
Like we just jumped right into it. But Kyle's all about moving in with Amanda now. And then Amanda was like, I don't know, maybe. And I'm like, what happened? What happened in the fall?
Are we flipped sides. Previously, Amanda was like, my apartment lease is up. What are we doing? And Kyle was like, we've never discussed this. Amanda was like embarrassed about it. Now Kyle's like, we're moving in together. Amanda's like,
excuse me?
Let me think on it.
But then we learn Amanda's scared with the idea because Kyle cheated. And I was like, does Amanda know?
I was like,
What?
this bomb was dropped. I mean, we already knew the bomb, but I did not see it dropping right here, right now.
I thought it was all secretive because Amanda didn't know. Like, I was like, what's happening? Okay.
And if not, even if she did know, I don't think I would want it played out like this. Like this information. This is how we're going to tell the audience that you cheated on me.
I have so many questions. I have so many questions. So basically, Kyle says he was out at boys' weekend. He got blacked out. He woke up with a random girl next to him in bed.
How terrifying.
He saw Amanda the next day. She immediately knew something was wrong. He like couldn't play it off. But this happened like a fucking year ago, and Amanda just found out a few months ago.
So he saw her and lied to her is what they did not say.
He was playing it up like the minute she saw me, she knew something was wrong. And then he's like, but I didn't tell her. And Amanda's like, I found out a few months ago.
Follow your intuition because you're probably right.
You're
okay.
Right.
You know me, resident timeline girl. I gotta
know. Oh my God, did you make a timeline?
No, but I need to talk through this. Okay. Yeah. So it happened a year ago.
Like summer. Let's say July previous year.
I don't think so because he wasn't on a trip. He was there every weekend except for his family vacation. So I think it happened right after filming ended.
Like September.
Yeah. Okay. So September.
Okay.
And then she said she found a few months ago. So right now we're at the end of June.
So April-y?
Yeah.
That's not a year. That's not enough.
Well, maybe then
he hooked up before
that's
summer.
what my confusion is did it happen in September at the end of last season or did it happen in last spring before last season started filming? Because if it happened the spring before last season, then they'd been officially back together for like 6 months and then he cheated on her, then lied to her for an entire year. And she's just cool as a cucumber.
That is effing crazy. And then he's sitting here with the audacity to say he didn't even know he had it in him to cheat on her. Sir, that's where your responsibility to not get too drunk out of respect comes in.
Okay, if this were a kiss, a little kiss at a bar, like that happened in, this might be a spoiler for some VPR people who listen, but like Schwartz does. You know how you like just kissed Sheena's friend? Yeah, okay, fine. You can use that line. I didn't know I could do that. But like you woke up in a bed next to a woman and don't remember anything. Fuck you. Also, I have been there and done that where I have blacked out. But 100%. There is always something, if I'm hooking up with someone, that I will come back for a second. Like, yes, like never have I ever been like, I mean, I've woken up and been like, the fuck are you doing here? But I've never been like, I remember nothing. I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. Like once I come back to, I'm like, oh man. And the worst part is it's like, you're on a boys' weekend. Yeah, sir. Where were we sleeping? Did you have your own room? How did you only last 2 minutes and that's why you don't remember anything? There's so many things to it, but if this cheating incident happened the spring before last season, Amanda being annoyed about his drinking hits even worse because he knew what he did and knew he probably shouldn't be doing that. And then was gaslighting her like, I've never done anything to make you quit. Fuck you. Oh man. It's bad. Like I would be mortified if my partner's cheating was presented like this. Horrible. And she's clearly still hurt by it because in her confession, she's fucking sobbing still. Yeah, but I feel like in front of him, she has to pretend like everything's fine and like brush it off. Like we've moved on. We've gotten through this with no explanation. I preach about like, if you're going to stay with someone that cheated, you got to be fine with it, which like, fine, but we didn't see the fallout. We don't, I need more details than this. Like what happened when Amanda found out, like I kind of lose respect for her a little bit because it just seems like she found out after he lied to her for a year. And then she's just like, okay, well, let's just move on from it. That's how it comes off. I just feel bad. Like, I wish it was just edited a little better or we got more, because then if he cheated on her before the summer and he then went that whole summer being like, I can drink. And now he's sitting here and saying,
I finally realized that I shouldn't get as drunk as I do all the time. It's like, sir, you were just gaslighting the hell out of her.
Yep.
Gaslighting.
And now you're just gonna be like, we're
Gaslit.
gonna move in together. Everything's fine. We're perfect.
That's why he's moving so damn fast. He's like, I'm
You know what?
sorry. I love you.
I'd unfollow that shit too.
I just need her to get one straight punch in the face and like, fuck you. Make him ugly enough that no one wants to hook up with him besides you.
And
Fuck
what's
up his nose a
crazy
little.
is all of his guy friends knew, and that's how like word spread.
I can't wait for next episode. Like, let's just keep powering through. I have so many
Yeah.
thoughts. Okay, so now we're at Wednesday. Paige, she's a fashion writer. So she's like taking pictures in the street. But we find out Hannah Jordan and Paige all work for some millennial media company. It's Betches. Will just come sue us for nothing. But they all do different things. So Paige writes fashion articles and does looks for less, where she finds expensive looks, but for less. Because growing up, she didn't spend any money on clothes because just because it looks or just because it's expensive doesn't mean it looks good.
I think more people need to hear that. Like, there's some really ugly high-end things.
I do the thing where I'm poor and you can tell by my clothes. So Jordan, he's a media executive. He basically brings in new business and helps brands advertise. He's in sales and he can like sell anything. He's one of those assholes that's like, I could sell ice to a Eskimo. Great.
This spiel from him, I vomited in my mouth 7 times. I was so annoyed. Yeah, he irks me more this episode than he did last, and you know how much I hated him last episode.
I would rather have Jordan than Everett, though. Somehow I'm just so angry.
I would rather have Everett all day because, like, Everett's not as outwardly cocky for no reason. I feel like Jordan plays up this like, I'm so cool and get any girl I want. And I'm like, you've never shown any hot chick you dated.
Everyone, DM us. Do you like Jordan or Everett on your screen better? Because let me tell you, both options suck, but we're on different sides with this.
I can't.
So Hannah took her a few years after the tennis thing because she was like 22, had no tennis and didn't know what to do. But then she found she really loves being a video producer and making viral videos, which like so fun.
This is like before TikTok and all that stuff. So like she was ahead of the curve.
YouTube. She's on that YouTube, baby.
On the YouTube. What are you, some grandpa?
She's on the YouTube. Okay, so now it's Thursday. We're at Hanson Fitness with Carl and Kyle. Carl's still 20K away from his goal. So it's been a few days. We've only made 15K.
Hey, he's moving that needle though. Like, I really thought this was impossible in general.
But if he doesn't hit it, his job's on the line. So my ass wants to make sure this is hit ASAP.
The first thing I thought about was like, oh shit, I've never really thought about like my sales team that I work with and how like they have numbers too. I'm such an asshole to them being like, no, we're not doing this in that month. And they're like, I gotta get it in that month. And I'm like, why?
Because their life depends on it.
They're trying to hit their quota.
Also Kyle has a Phoenix shirt on. So I just want to shout out Phoenix.
Oh wow, really did a deep dive into that in our post show once.
Fucking merch. Okay, and then simultaneously it looks like Amanda and Paige meet out for drinks and dinner. Amanda basically like talks about how boring her relationship is, and Paige
she was just gonna watch him work. I cannot.
What a weird thing. Like Paige was like, they're the worst. And I never want to date anyone.
Like, that's like me saying when I was like 7 years old, I wanted to watch somebody play video games. No, what's the point of that?
Well, we did it.
I did do it.
I did it.
Yeah, but like now you're an adult, you can go hang out with your friends.
I'd literally be like, no thanks. Okay. But then Paige is like, hey, can you set me up with any of Kyle's friends? Okay, so that cuts straight to Carl. Like, who would have thought? So then Kyle and Carl are talking about how Paige and Carl were really getting along, but maybe like Jordan and Paige are together. Either way, Carl doesn't care because like he doesn't date girls in the house. But then we flash back over to the girls, and Amanda's like, what about Kyle and Jordan? And Paige is like, not Jordan, hate him. Not Carl because he wears those really short shorts. They're great people for literally anyone but me.
I love how Amanda tells Paige that like, oh, Jordan's been telling everybody that you guys are vibing, and Paige is like, no, absolutely
She's like, we're not. So then Friday 2:05, time to head to the Hamptons. This made me really sad because my summer in New York is currently ending and it just like broke my whole heart. Anyway,
this is sad.
Kyle, Amanda, and Paige are in one car, and then Jordan, Lindsay, and Hannah are in the other. And Lindsay has 51 unread fucking messages, and Jordan has anxiety about it.
That stresses me out too.
But Lindsay's phone is hooked up to the car, and it starts reading one of her messages that's like, Emily said, did you get anything else from Everett or something with Everett? And I was like, what?
I was like, whoa, not a message you want read.
Then we get even more tea because Everett and Lindsay got back together after last summer.
I cannot.
What?
We talked about this, I'm pretty sure, on the main show where we did that whole timeline. Actually, I think it was on the post show where we talked about the Instagram posts that we found and like what happened. And I couldn't really find anything. I did not know this. I do not remember them getting back together.
I don't remember this either. Mostly because like they were going to get back together. Remember, they had sex in the woods, and then
they did not have sex in the woods.
They wanted to have sex in the woods.
They were over clothes petting in the woods.
Things were looking up, but then Lindsay got mad at him for not talking to her. Yeah, and I thought because then he gave her flowers and she fucking broke them.
Yeah, she threw them in the trash.
I thought, and then remember she left him at the coffee shop crying.
Yes. And I was like, good for her. This is incredible. But what I'm wondering is last season filmed over a summer. They got back together in the fall and then they aired it. They always air it like February into the spring. So that means when they were airing it, they'd either broken up by then or broke up during the airing of the season.
I hate it.
She posted that post the day the episode aired. So I think they were broken up by like April, May.
Jesus Christ. This is not the relationship, Lindsay. You would do better. But basically, after they broke up, they cut communications because these two cannot stay.
I think that's for the best.
No more letters that Everett's writing.
No more letters, no more texts, no more calls until the 4th of July rolls around.
Because that's when Everett came back from overseas fighting. And
okay,
so
we got a picture of it, and that was in 2009. Like, did Lindsay even know him then?
But it's an important day for him. I think.
Lindsay, you gotta cut the cord. You gotta.
It's like his day.
So now it's her day.
Well, remember, they dated for a full, 17 hours the first time, and she was so into it. They were going to get married. God. It's just a lot. Okay, so whatever. She texted him, like, what do you say? Like, happy homecoming day?
How are you feeling
Sorry
this
we
week?
Broke up.
Hey, we haven't texted in a few months, but like, how you doing? You know,
don't
big day
think we're going to get back together, but like,
she totally just wanted to open the door just in case.
That's when you have like a light. Like one time my ex's dog died. I didn't even like his dog, but I texted him and said, sorry, your dog died.
Exactly what you're talking about. Done it a million times.
Who the fuck cares? Okay, so then that's about it with Lindsay and Everett. We don't have any more questions. But then Jordan talks about how he can pick any girl he wants and like who's he gonna make out with?
This is what I'm talking about.
Lindsay? Will it be Hannah?
He talks about them like they're objects, like they're not even there. He was talking about Hannah like she wasn't in the back seat.
But it's funny because no one would make out with him.
No.
And so they're all just like, what? Like it's almost like just this fly that you're like, stop coming near me.
He has the pick of girls in the summer house, let alone the entire Hamptons. And he's like, who's gonna be lucky enough to get me?
I know, it's crazy. I just hate Everett. Like I just don't want to hear him talk.
I can't.
Okay, so it's Friday, 7:16 p.m. Kyle, Amanda, and Paige get there. They got to bring in the boxes. And then Hannah, Jordan, and Lindsay show up a little later. We find out Amanda's sick. Paige is making dinner for everyone. And this is so cute. This is so cute. Her mom was so worried about her making dinner that her mom made the same thing last night and had her dad videotape it. So if Paige forgot, she could watch the video.
I mean, what a great mom and dad.
Let me tell you, if my parents, like, I feel like if I was the youngest, my parents would do this for me because they wouldn't have kids in the house. But because my two siblings are still there. My parents
Yeah.
wouldn't do this for me, but I feel
I
I
don't
love.
my mom would be like, I don't have time for that. But my mom, while I was making it, if I called her and asked her a question, she's totally available.
Yeah. I think my mom would only do this if I asked her. If I was like, could you do this? She'd be
My
like,
mom would be
okay.
like, you want me to make it too? What for?
Friends. But Paige's family keeps her humble. She's a blue collar Italian. If you want a summer, you get in the backyard. I fucking feel that, girl.
I
Rock out.
appreciate this vibe. This is modern America right here.
I've also never summered anywhere, so I get this.
Never, but I did just go to like a community where it's a summer thing.
Ooh,
And I went
fans.
it's now the off season because we are in September when we're recording this.
Ooh,
And
so it's cheaper. Nice.
no, it was my
Just
friend's
kidding.
like family's cottage that they've had for
Whoa.
200 years. It's been around. It
My
was the most insane
God.
thing, and I was writing a book in my head about this whole community.
Amazing. Please let us know the release date. Okay, so Paige does call her mom though. Her mom approves of dinner. Danielle and Carl are taking the train, and then some dude walks in with a box on wheels, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Who's this guy?"
We didn't get
And
really an introduction until they got inside.
no, I was like, "Do I not get a name or anything? I love my
Nothing.
names." Nothing. So Kyle's like, basically, it's the 4th of July, and I had to get myself a Jello shot machine, and that's what's in this.
I'm mortified.
Makes 20 shots in 3 minutes.
That's
Which
not enough shots.
no, but if you kept doing it, also
I guess you can put
Jello,
them in the fridge, you can pre-make them, but like Jello shots are not that hard to make.
but they take a long time to set.
I guess, but
3 minutes.
just
That's
do it the night before, make
no,
a
I'm
whole
about
batch,
this. I'm
put them
about
in
it.
the fridge, and
No,
then like you got them.
you're wrong. This is great.
If you told me it made 40 to 50, I'd be more on board.
But
It's
Meredith,
the 20.
you can make more. You can make your 20, and then you just have to wait another 3 minutes for another 20 to show up.
I
It's not like
guess.
it's not like you get 20 Jello shots and that's it for the day. You could keep making them.
One time a day, 20 Jello shot allotment.
So we get a timestamp. It's Friday, 8/18, and we finally meet Shane, spelled Cheyne, which I thought was fun.
I was like, where are you from?
Shane. So he's a Jello shot specialist that Hannah's gonna flirt with. That's his tag. It was Shane Jello shot specialist.
Her talking with this guy is me. I love fucking
That's
with people like this. I mean, I don't want you to like talk to me long term, but like if somebody walked in my house and brought a Jello shot maker with a specialist, I would just like kind of slightly roast them while I was doing my own activity.
But like it also be in a flirty way. Like she's basically like, how long have you been a Jello shot specialist? It's amazing. So is this what this is all you do? What is happening?
No,
but
she flirts with humor, and that is how I
That's
am.
me.
But to be honest, she's just making fun of it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But you know what? He's over 6 feet. He's lifting heavy things, and he brings her alcohol. So she fucking.
You know what? Those are some good qualifications. Like that's all you need on your list.
Yeah. So Jordan. Talking about how he can't wait to make out with everyone. Paige is like, not me.
Gross.
So Danielle's here. Her and Jordan make plans to go to the hot tub together, and Danielle's got her butterflies. And then we learn Carl's not showing up until 9:45, so we're gonna eat without him. And Shane leaves. Shane's not allowed to stay for dinner, apparently. Even though Paige made so much food. And I would just like to tell you, my Italian grandma told my mom when it was my baptism, basically said you have to have enough food or you embarrass the family. So my mom, if we're like cooking for 20, she will make enough for 50.
I love that. This dinner looks incredible.
I think it's an Italian thing. You got to have enough. You embarrass the family.
I love it. I mean, and I love the concept of Sunday dinners. Like,
I do too.
What a cute, fun thing. I wish more people did that. I wish I did that.
So at this dinner, we find out Lindsay followed Amanda on Instagram.
Again, why are we back here?
You know what? I bet she knew. I bet she's been looking. I bet she knew. But also Amanda unfollowed Danielle and Lindsay in like a rage, I think. And so now
rage.
she'll refollow them. And
That's the
Paige-
bullshit thing. Like, so you're mad that they unfollowed you, you unfollowed them, and then like when they follow you, you're not gonna go follow them.
Basically, Paige wants to die, like I did watching this.
This is dumb.
Super dumb. But 4th of July is tomorrow, so we're all fine on Instagram. Fuck these problems.
Really quick, one more about
Goodbye.
this Instagram thing. If I ever become famous, I am unfollowing everyone I know and following like one person.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't
So
want
I
you to know
don't
anything
have to
about me.
I don't have to be in this drama.
I've always thought I'd get almost like a Finsta, but like that'd be my real Insta,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe
like
that's
for
what I
my
would do.
friends.
I'd lock this one down on private, kick a lot of people out, and then
Yeah,
go
I
with
would
a
only
public
have
one.
like only like max 50 people could follow
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
Max.
But then like I would literally just follow like Sonic driving.
We just pick our, if this podcast ever takes off, that's what we're gonna do. And we're each just gonna, you know what we should do is every month pick a different fast food place to follow and we
I'm
unfollow
in.
the previous
And
one.
that's what our mix it up turns into.
That's what it is.
I would
It's
love a
what fast
Sonic
food
corn
are-
dog right now.
I don't like Sonic. I don't know
Kill
why
for
you
Sonic
love
right
it.
now.
Okay. So it's Friday, 9:47. Carl's here, but he hasn't stepped in the house, and everyone's a little
They
nervous.
make this so intense.
Well, we don't know, is he gonna make his quota? Is he gonna go off the rails if he doesn't make the quota? I don't know.
I'm
But he walks
stressed.
in, he didn't make the quota,
Oh,
but he has one day left. Saturday, tomorrow.
in the Hamptons. And it's
'Cause
4th of July weekend.
everyone wants to work on Saturday of 4th of July weekend in the Hamptons.
I
We
feel
all
like
wanna do
I
it.
would level set and be like, I don't think you're gonna get any business done.
I would do that. I would be like, I don't
It
think
is what it
anyone's
is at
working.
this point.
Yeah, I lost. Okay, so Kyle made Jello shots for everyone to try,
Thank
and then
God, we have less than 20 people here.
you know what? You can make more. We're gonna get ready, go in the pool, have a pool hot tub party. Hannah's spray tan, horrendous at the crotch, I guess. I don't know what happened to her, but yeah, so everyone's together. Kyle thinks this is like the first time they've really all hung out. Hopefully, no drama comes around.
Let's hope it lasts.
I didn't understand because he was like, I've been in a lot of summer houses and there's always one person that feels left out, but not here. And I was like, no, you guys had moments where like everyone was together and it was like fine.
Yeah, I was like, we're picking and choosing right now from the last 2 seasons. There were great moments.
We just had to pick when we're fucking fighting with Everett and Christina
Christina's the pick.
Come on. Okay, so it's Sunday, 1:20 or Saturday. Was that a Bravo error or an Alicia error?
I think it was an Alicia error.
Let's hope. Oh, no. Yeah. What? It's Saturday, 1:24 a.m. Time for bed. Oh my God. I just have to mention Kyle's little butt when he runs, it shakes in all the right places, I think.
Oh, whoa. Hello,
Alicia.
Alicia.
It is like a nice little butt. Okay, so Saturday, 10 a.m. Shay DM'd Hannah. What? But Hannah's not trying to get any feelings right now because she just got out of a bad breakup. So Shane's giving off feeling vibes. We're gonna shut down Shane. It was
You
just
don't
fun.
DM me if you're not really playing with me, you know? And this seems like way too late.
I don't know, but Shane is a no-go.
No.
He's out. Okay. So Jordan's abs are weirdly hard, says Danielle.
Oh God,
I don't like that. But Paige is just happy she doesn't have to deal with Jordan. Danielle's problem now. And then we need more alcohol. So Jordan and Danielle head to the store while everyone else prepares for the party with a giant floaty. So at the alcohol store, I literally wrote, they flirted and grabbed alcohol, and then the checkout ladies are hyping it up, question mark.
The way these checkout ladies were set up for this camera, I cried laughing.
They're like, what did Danielle say? It was so out of character. Something like, well, I'm trying to get it tonight. And Jordan's he
was like, there's something on your back. And she goes, that's a birthmark. And she goes, you should know that soon enough.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh. Whoa. And the checkout ladies are like, ooh, they're like,
spicy. Oh, honey. And I'm like, what?
Like,
no.
My God, if I heard that at the checkout counter, I'd be like, ooh.
Even if I was the person behind you, I'd be like, what is happening? We're in public. I don't need to know these things.
I'd be like, you just tried to wipe off her birthmark. Are we okay?
I'm mortified for you.
Are we fine? Okay. So now it's Saturday, 3:35. The alcohol is back from the store. Amanda is spray painting Kyle's mullet, red, white, and blue.
Which I actually love this.
I did too. She basically says though, like, if Kyle grows up on everything else, he can keep the mullet, which I think is like a damn good deal.
I just feel like that's very unrealistic though.
I think it is too, but I think she just needs to know Kyle's like, I'm gonna grow up. Like you and me, it's us. I'm gonna like
She's like,
deal.
listen, here's your runway for your craziness. You've got a lot. Let's just not do these last 7 steps that you've been doing the last few years.
Yeah, she doesn't want him to change. She just wants him to hear her and respect
Says every
her.
girl. I don't want him to change. I just want him to change all of these things.
Stopping a cheater. That's something you could fucking change.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one.
Guests are starting to arrive, and I literally wrote, "Let's party." Oh, never mind. Carl has to do work. What a buzzkill, this guy.
Ooh.
He literally walks in, he goes, "Hello, everyone. I have to work."
He goes,
"Goodbye."
Really excited for the day. Gotta work
I
for
must
30
go work.
minutes.
And he doesn't work in his room. He like works outside, like in the family area upstairs.
My only wonder was
carrying.
Where are the speakers? Is your room actually louder because is it in the back?
I would.
Paige and Hannah's room is probably the quietest.
Paige and Hannah's, but also, you know, the room Carl was in last year where the watermelon got thrown? That would be a good room.
Yeah.
Because that's like not near anything. I think that's where he should have worked, whether it's his room or not.
But maybe kind of being adjacent to the party is like, let me get shit done.
Maybe. Okay, well, he's gonna work. I wrote Paige's laugh is so cute. She's just a cute little human, that little Paige.
Is she in a velvet bathing suit?
I don't know. I thought it was just dark blue.
It looks kind of velvety.
Ooh, that's
texture.
insane.
So I was like, man, girls ahead of the curve.
Danielle knows that Summer House hooking up is a bad idea, but she's really feeling Jordan. Hannah's got aggressive game with the guys. Why she's single, she says. Paige finds a cute little man, but then he immediately says that he loves her and tries to kiss her, and she's like, no. She straight up is like, you can't kiss me, because we find out she's a dinner date girl, not a drinks girl, and definitely not a kiss 30 seconds girl.
Good on her.
I know.
I'm not picky.
I'll go drinks.
It's a nice out. It's a nice, like, it's easy to escape.
Yeah, I'll do drinks first. Yeah. Okay, so Lindsay and Jordan are chilling in the shade, and Jordan thinks he can like maybe hook up with Lindsay too. And I'm like,
he's gross.
Is this happening? So for a split second, I thought Jordan and Hannah were gonna hook up, but then they didn't. In the pool, I thought they were gonna kiss, but they didn't.
And Danielle was like on the floaty, like eyeing them. I was like, this shit's getting messy quick. We're in weekend 2, and Jordan already wants to kiss 3 women in the house.
Literally everyone.
It's weird.
Okay, so we go back to Carl. Well, Lindsay walks upstairs and she goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "I have 10K left." And she goes, "Okay, I'll just like leave you to it. Bye."
It's a nice gesture, but then she's like, "I'll read the room. This ain't the place I need to be."
Ultimately, he gives up. Like, we see him put his computer away. He's like emailing someone in Australia. It's like not gonna happen. My guy.
I think he finally did fully level set with him that so he needs 10K more. He's waiting on an Australian client, but it's 3 a.m. there. So
take the L.
Well, potentially he could get the deal, but I think he needs to wait a few more hours to log back on to seal the deal.
I say just at that point, loser. Just eat it. Okay, so Amanda expects Kyle to have some self-awareness. We'll see how that goes. Hannah takes a body shot off Jordan, which I think that's more intimate than kissing someone.
What the fuck? I missed that.
Me out. Yep. Lindsay and Jordan play bags, and loser has to take their top off.
This is fun.
Lindsay loves flirting with Jordan because it's not Everett. So just Lindsay's very whoever's in front of me, that's my flirt game.
Hey, and Lindsay has new boobs. I'm sure she'd be happy to show those
Oh my God. Because she loses and then she does. But
everybody's
she's smart.
Shocked.
I know. But then she's kind of smart because like she took it off but put her overalls back on. So it like covered her boobs, which was amazing.
Just enough to not be like, what the hell is that girl doing?
So then Kyle is like, hey, Amanda, I'm tired of hosting. And I guess that's code for I'm going to take down all the alcohol my body
Well,
will
I was like,
allow.
what do you mean hosting? There are like 7 of you in this house. What is going on?
It was just for a montage of him to drink everything fucking in sight. And Amanda's
God.
getting pissed. But then she's like, maybe I'll just be the drunk one. And I was like, you gotta catch up.
We are fighting fire with fire. She
My
also
God.
does say as long as he stays within the boundaries of the home, he'll be okay, which I think is a nod to like him cheating. I don't even know what the problem is
The
anymore.
bar's really low. The bar, very low.
God.
Okay, so then Lindsay and Danielle talk about the bags game, and Lindsay's like, Jordan's just like so flirty. And then Danielle's like, are you into Jordan? And Lindsay's like, are you into Jordan?
The worst moment between
And they both
friends.
stare at each other. And then Lindsay's like, I'm into him as a friend. And Danielle's like, me too, kind of. And Lindsay's like, oh my God, you have a crush. So then
Here's
Lindsay's
the
like,
problem, really quick, when friends do that.
Mhm.
Because if you do both like the same guy, how awkward. How do you decide who gets him? You don't want to make your friend feel like they're the second choice. But then if then that question comes up and one friend is like, oh my God, no, then you're kind of
Yeah.
insulting the other friend liking that person.
So I think Lindsay played it right. She's like, I like him as a friend.
Yep.
That's
Great
it.
pick, though.
Yeah, great. But then Lindsay's like, I'm done flirting. That's my best friend's dude. I'm not gonna like try and flirt at
Girl's
all.
girl.
Just the right thing to do.
Yes.
Don't
Even
go
if she did
flirting.
like him.
If you accept defeat, don't go flirting with my man because he might still pick you and I'm gonna be
No,
sad.
even if it's like friendly, I don't want that because then I
Don't.
constantly feel like I'm in competition with you.
Guess what? You can flirt with him after we've been dating for 5 years. Then flirt with him all you fucking want. I don't care.
Sure, maybe.
As long as I'm there, flirt with him all day. I'm gonna watch. So Lindsay starts hyping up Danielle, being
Love
like,
that.
you're hot, you're sexy, you can get any dude you want.
Get
Like,
after it.
fuck it, we got it. And Danielle's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna find Jordan. And Lindsay's like, no, wait, have him come to you. We're not gonna like aggressively grab him, right? We're not gonna do it. So then Carl is hanging out. He's back. He's not working anymore. He's got Hannah on his lap, Paige next to him. I think they're gonna have a fun threesome. Probably not, but
this is fun and flirty. This is how you flirt in the summer house. You be chill about it.
This is it. So then Danielle, her friend, is like, hey Danielle, let me introduce you to this guy who looks like a walking, breathing Ken doll. I
love this guy.
He's hot. This dude's hot. I would fall for him in a second. But her friend is basically like, this is Danielle. She's smart. She's great. She's intelligent. She's DTF if you're into it. And Danielle's like too drunk to say anything. So she's like, yeah, maybe, whatever. So then Jordan sees. And he's like, oh no, everyone else fucking denied me. So now I must like.
And I see Danielle, it might be moving on. Here it is.
Oh no. So he walks on over, puts his arm around Danielle and is like, are you cheating on me? And she's like, what? I'm like too drunk right now, which she is. Her eyes are glazed. So then they're like, oh no, we got to fight for Danielle. Let's play rock, paper, scissors. And I'm rooting for Ken.
I'm rooting for Ken too.
They didn't give us a name. He's Ken. Ken doll.
I love him.
So they play it. Jordan wins the first one, but Ken comes in with hot 2 after that. He wins. Danielle and Ken kiss.
Loved.
Hot little kiss.
I was like, this is how I wanted to go down. I hate Jordan so much. And this Ken doll winning the rock, paper, scissors and then kissing Danielle. Mwah, chef's kiss.
I was into it. So then Ken and Danielle go off. And Paige grabs Jordan. She's like, you like Danielle? And he's like, I feel like there's an attraction. He didn't say yes, but Paige still feels the need to be like, go after Danielle. And I was like, no.
Here's the thing. Paige is playing dirty. She wants Jordan occupied.
I was going to say, this is just so she doesn't have to deal with his ass all summer.
Yeah.
So then Jordan's like, you're right, Paige, I got to go after her. So Jordan walks right up to Danielle and like, is like, can I talk to you for a second? And grabs her and he goes, you want to play games? And I thought he was going to yell at her. It's like, oh no.
God.
You want to play games? And she's like, I'm not playing games. And he's like, we just played rock, paper, scissors for you. She's like, whatever. And then he's like, if you want to kiss me, just kiss me.
I don't like that either. Dude, if you want to kiss me, then you kiss me.
Because like I thought he was mad, and then they start kissing.
He's making a weird situation where she's chasing him, but he's like forcing her to chase him.
Yeah, it was not fun. The kiss was also not great. I didn't like it. You know, when people kiss really passionately in like a
Ugh.
not passionate moment,
Yeah, like
that
at
was
any
this.
bar ever.
That was this. Like they started grinding their bodies, and I was like, no,
The
no, no,
whole
no.
every roommate is watching this, like reacting in their separate corners of the
Oh my God.
backyard.
Carl and Lindsay are my favorite because Carl's facing, or not Carl, Lindsay is facing them. And she's like, oh my God. And Carl goes, don't look. And Lindsay's just staring through her sunglasses, like, where do I look then?
Oh God.
Yeah, Paige and Hannah are watching, not hiding it. And Carl's just like, I know that hooking up in a house is bad. Like, cut to him getting a cake in the face.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Jordan
sir.
is screwed.
Whatever. Okay, so next time, Paige and Carl might be flirting. Everett's here.
Ugh.
What?
Alicia's gonna freak out.
What? And then to make things worse, we find out Everett spilled the beans on Kyle cheating, which like kind of funny, but also
I mean, I'm
no,
not
no.
surprised. How else would Lindsay have found out? Everett was
Hey,
probably on the trip.
Lindsay, let's get back together because I got gossip for you. Are we back together? Kyle cheated.
Honestly, that might be how it all went down.
Now that you're my girlfriend, I can like tell you stuff. That would be Everett. Except he would say it in a way that I would have to look up words. Fucking hate him.
That he was fraternizing with other women.
Hey, Kyle was fraternizing with other female humans. I'd be like, goddamn.
Other female counterparts.
Paige is fucking hammered. Can't wait. Jordan said that him and Paige were talking before the summer, and then Jordan is asked, would you pick Paige or Danielle? And he says, well, since Danielle's not here, I guess Paige, and that's not great. And then like Lindsay tells Danielle.
She should. Who would even pose that question? If it's one of the roommates who posed it, I'm annoyed. I don't like that.
Me too, because even Paige was like, don't pick me. And he's like, Paige. And she's like, no. Oh, that doesn't make me like you. You just made out with this girl who really likes you, and then you're gonna call me out.
And then you're gonna say you pick me just because I'm here and she's not? Come on,
like,
dude.
That doesn't make me want to date you. It makes me want to get further from you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so it's time. Fun, not fun. Fun, not fun. Ooh. Fun, not fun.
What should we come up with our own chant song?
Start? Should we?
I don't know. Do you have your answers? Because like
not even a little bit, but I could go on the fly. You know me. I never have answers ready. Do you want to do not fun first?
Yeah, because I have a better idea about that one.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Not at all.
I'm gonna pick Jordan. Yeah. Dude's trying to hook up with everyone. Dude's got some hard abs. Dude tried to wipe a birthmark off Danielle. It was just weird. Like not a fun episode. Also, if you're saying any girl would be lucky to hook up with me because I pull bitches, I'm Hinge's #1 dude. Like, you're probably not.
Your messaging to the audience, aka women, is not correct.
You know, small dick energy, that's this dude. Yes. Small dick energy.
Full on. You pegged it so right.
It's not here for you, dude.
Good God. This is going to be a controversial somewhat opinion, but I didn't like this moment. I'm picking Amanda. I really don't like how her interviews and that conversation went down with Kyle. I feel like she's sweeping a lot under the rug. And if she isn't sweeping out under the rug and they like actually addressed it, then address it with us in the interview.
I feel like it's just embarrassing. Like my baby's just embarrassed.
Then don't bring it up. Then don't bring it up until someone else brings it up. I know. Like they chose to have that conversation just like that. They were just talking about moving in, and we did not have to bring in the cheating.
You're right.
And then I think she has very unrealistic expectations, and like she's been handed a whole bouquet of red flags with him cheating, and is just like, well, he's gonna change.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I love Dan, or I love Amanda though.
I
So
do
I'm
too.
I'm like so upset
I need you to
about.
like be honest and open with us then that you're upset this happened because it just came off like we found out he cheated and she's like, well, let's move in together.
I think it's bad editing, but no,
I agree,
Amanda.
but still, like the
Well,
tone even of the conversation was awkward.
oh, it was all awkward. It was just bad. It was just a bad scene. Okay, fun. Do you want me to go first? I got mine.
Yeah, yeah, go after it.
I'm gonna pick Paige.
Fine.
She made dinner for
Mhm.
everyone. She had a really fun time getting drunk. She got Jordan off her back. She's just
True.
living, this girl. She's not into the drama. She got to leave that awkward beach convo, go play some pickleball. I don't know what
True.
the
I
fuck
don't
they
know
were
what
playing.
it was something with a K.
But she's here to eat dinner, drink some jello shots, have a fucking blast, sleep next to Hannah. Like she's just here to fucking chill.
She's doing great. She's looking cute and doing great
Yeah,
things.
I support.
I'm gonna pick Lindsay. I feel like
Ooh.
she squashed the beef.
Mhm.
That made it not fun last episode. Comes and is ready to party, tries to be a supportive friend to Carl, but knows when to not be too involved. And then plays a fun game with Jordan. And I love how she's like, hell yeah, I bet that I'm gonna take my top off. Like I'm doing it. And then wraps it up with a beautiful bow of being a great friend to Danielle, encourages her to go after the guy she's into, even if I don't think the guy's worth it.
We love, we support.
Mm-hmm.
10
Girl's
out
girl
of
right
10.
there.
Girls, girl. Okay, so fun little episode. We will
Mm-hmm.
be back with episode 3 after this. But yeah, do all the things. Instagram, Patreon, all of it. Rate, review, subscribe. Great.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.